Hello, this is Kenneth Latimer again. Um, I noticed on the news and several streaming outlets that these um, these guys have been arrested. They've been arrested for I'm not quite sure what because they're not going to give you necessarily the details. We can all assume what they got arrested for, but they got arrested, and that's a good thing. Now, getting arrested, and anybody who knows anything about the legal system, getting arrested and getting convicted are two different things. You can get arrested all day long, but getting convicted of the crime that you've been arrested for, we as African Americans, we've seen it too many times. They got arrested, but they didn't get convicted. So, it is up to us again to make sure that we put the pressure on our state congressmen, our councilmen, our state senators, our governors, all the powers that be, and make sure that the weight of the justice system lies heavy on them. We've got a power as being Americans, as being African Americans. We've got a power. We can make things happen, but we have to make our voices heard. We have to make our voices known. We have to take the justice system and we have to place our hand on it with the weight of our voices, with the weight of our words, and make it lay down on those who have caused injustice in our communities. I don't recommend violence. I don't recommend vigilante, but I do recommend boycotting, stage-ins. I do recommend those things because without our weight on the justice system, they'll feel that they can do, and there are others out here that feel that they can do whatever they please. I was born and raised in South Carolina. I know the elements in South Carolina that would do the very same thing that this guy in Georgia did. These guys in Georgia did. They would shoot a black man cold-blooded on the street and won't think twice about it because they don't think the justice system will lay press on them. We have to make sure the justice systems lay press on these people and deter them to make it unsavory for them to do these kind of actions. Ahmaud, we had to stand up for him. Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, all of those before, during, and after. We have to stand up for them. I know during this COVID virus thing, we've got a lot of issues going on in our mind. We're trying to worry about how we're going to take care of our families and our friends. We're trying to worry about how we're going to pay the rent and pay the car note, and whether we'll have a job after this, or whether we even be able to live after this. I know, I understand. But all of this, the COVID, it will come to an end. And how will we look on the other end of it? How will we look on the other end of that if we allow these kind of incidences to happen and continue to happen? Because you know just as well as I do, it will. So do we voice our opinion? Do we voice ourselves? Do we write thousands of letters to our state, federal representatives? 10,000 letters to make them look. 50,000 letters to make them move. 100,000 letters to make them act. And that's what we need to do. Make them act. We have been going through this unsavory act of black people being mowed down unjustifiably for centuries. It's time for us to move. It's time for us to stop waiting for the other man to do it. It's time for us to act. It's time for us to move. You and I. It's time for us to move. Where things like this would be diminished. Not saying it'll go away, but we can decrease the amount of incidences like this by acting. Again, go back on your history books. Go back to that old school mentality. They sung "We Will Overcome." They overcome their element at that time. Now we're in a different element, and we need to overcome. Dr. King said he was at the mountaintop and he seen what was down there. And if he was, he seen this. Time for us to stop having a dream and making that dream a reality. Time for us to stop hoping and wishing things will go better and making things get better. Because we have the power now to do that. More than any other time in history, we have the power now to make it happen. But we have to move. We have to stand. We have to use that unity. A voice is as loud as it needs to be when it's spoken. But if others are not behind that voice, it does not echo. So we have to have a voice, others stand behind it, and allow that voice to echo. And move this country to a better place. I thank you all. I ask you all to be safe during this virus time. And love one another, but stand together. Because we are all we have. And all we have always have. Thank you.